I apologize if I sound very nasally. The allergies have hit me really hard this season. And so, anyway, I just wanted to. This is going to be a very quick and impromptu video. I didn't plan on making this. I'm just actually wrapping up a review on the DJI Mic 2. I just got done watching Gerald Undone's video about camera reviews and how they need to change. And if you have not seen that video, it's very recent. I'll put it in the video description. Click on it, just get off this video and go watch that. I don't care if it messes up watch time, just go watch that video. But I wanted to provide a quick response to that video, and I only found it because of Peter Lingrid, so thank you very much for sharing that. This is not a very popular opinion that Gerald is sharing, especially if you're new into YouTube and you're seeing all these product reviews and you're seeing how everybody just throws themselves at these companies to get their hands on these products to be able to stay up to date and be the latest and the greatest and stay relevant for views. It's really just chasing views. So my response to Gerald is thank you. I have such a small YouTube account, and I love it. I don't mind it. But when I was watching this video, it made me appreciate my standpoint and the people like Gerald. So Gerald, this is actually to you. This is not to anybody else. And if you watch it, great. If not, so be it. But Gerald, thank you. I want to thank you so much for putting out that video. The last year and a half that I've been making videos on my own, it's been very difficult to try and figure out where do I stand with YouTube as it is right now, and where do I want to be in 5 to 10 years, and really 5 years for me as of 2 years ago, because I gave myself a 5-year time limit to see if I really enjoy this or not, and if I want to do it long term. I have fallen in love with making videos. Now, I decided very early on that I wanted to be very honest about anything that I may review. I'm not reaching out to companies and trying to get products and then give them a response that is just kind of fluffed up. One of the things that I enjoy doing, and Gerald, again, thank you, because this kind of validates, if you will, what I've been doing up until this point, and the mentality is when I get a product, I want to play with it, I want to see if it fits my normal routine, and I will only recommend it if it does work. I've put out a handful of product reviews. They've not been the best because I'm learning the ropes of YouTube and the science behind how it all works, but videos like this really help keep me grounded. I'm pointing over here because my TV's over here. But Gerald, videos like that help me keep me grounded and reminded as to how powerful the voice of YouTubers are that are willing to be honest, despite the fact that they may not get a lot of the benefits that these companies are willing to throw at them if they do exactly what you said you're going to stop doing, which is just you're going to stop being fluffy in your reviews and you're going to be more honest. And like for just a quick example, I released a DJI comparison between the Air 3 and the Mini 4 Pro last year, shortly after the Mini 4 Pro came out. Now, I did it on the basis of wanting to throw out all the specs that I really enjoyed about the Air 3, and it was a very genuine video. But I realized after that I needed to give myself time to really play around with the product and not jump into the trap that everybody else is or has been falling into. That video is and was the only one that I released where I did not think properly and I did not really consider what I was saying without talking about the cons as well. I made a follow-up video to that. And again, I understand my channel is small. That first DJI comparison, that drone comparison video, got the most views on my channel. The second, my response, my follow-up to that, where I said the things that I wish I would have said in that first video, also is getting, I guess, a good amount of views. I don't care about the views. The point is, those kinds of topics are really sought after. But the reason I'm bringing up those two videos was because in the second video, I was a little bit more honest and talked about my frustrations with exactly, Gerald, what you mentioned in your video, as far as these people want to get their hands on these products and they want to release all the great specs and maybe toe the line a little bit to stay in the graces of these companies, but just to get the benefit of that. And then I, as a buyer, I, as a new YouTuber, when I see those kinds of things, I fall into the trap thinking that is the way to go. That is the way to make a YouTube video. And so that second video, I'm proud that I made it. Not well done, but I brought up some points that I wish I would have brought up in my first one. I'm going to leave those two videos up for myself just to look back on and to see the evolution of this. But this video that Gerald, you put out, great wake-up call and great reminder to keep being honest. And I love the point that you made that companies would do well to encourage new and rising YouTubers to get their products, be honest, and listen to the feedback and criticism that these YouTubers are providing and improve their products. Because if YouTube is the new media nowadays and TV is dead, YouTubers are the lifeblood of of advertisement in general. You do not get products out anymore without YouTubers and the ads that they're willing to run and the reviews for these companies. So I just got done putting together my review of the DJI Mic 2, where I do talk about how ugly this thing is. And a lot of these things are going to be subjective. A lot of product reviews tend to be subjective, but I want to keep a track record of being honest so that if a company ever watches my videos and decides to partner up with me, they know what they're getting into and it's not going to take anybody by surprise. If it doesn't garner as many views, that's fine. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to misrepresent myself, and I don't want to be somebody online that is not who I am offline. I want to be very consistent. So if I ever meet anybody, if I ever talk about my YouTube presence or anything like that, I'm the same through and through. So Gerald, once again, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for that wake up call, that reminder, especially as, I'm trying to really make this into something. One other last point I'll make is this video, Gerald, made me really thankful for the fact that, and I respect people who do this, people who quit their full-time job, jump straight into YouTube to try and make it big. I respect that. I don't know all the circumstances that would allow somebody to do that. Everybody has different views and just different circumstances. For me, I am grateful for the fact that I can maintain. It's tough. I've been able to maintain a steady 9-to-5 job that has nothing to do with online media, online presence, or anything like that. I can keep those two separate, but I can work on this hobby, this YouTube endeavor, full throttle. Yes, I do wake up early in the mornings to make it work, but it allows me to be honest because I'm not dependent on YouTube. I'm not dependent on the presence and what I put online. I'm dependent on my 9-to-5 job. I also have a responsibility to a family. I have a responsibility to other people that if I were to jump out of that 9-to-5 job and jump full throttle, yes, they would support me, but it would be probably one of the most unloving and unfair things to put them through, especially with the comfortable, humble but comfortable life I've been able to give them. So that has helped me appreciate, Gerald, your video and your response. And I think for now, I'm comfortable giving everything I have to YouTube and being honest throughout the entire process, because that is the point of my YouTube channel, is to document the journey of somebody who's never held a camera, never been an online presence this seriously, and how it and the evolution of it through the years. So I want to thank you so much. Again, I'm going to hang on to my 9-to-5 job so I can continue being super honest. And in the future, if anything ever happens with this, I'm able to make some brand deals or whatever, I would have had a track record that I'm going to be very honest. And to Gerald's point, I'm going to be okay not releasing a video on the deadline at the end of the embargo that all these companies set, and thus forcing yourself not to actually explore how this tech product or whatever it is you're reviewing actually works in real life, rather than what I have found very big frustrations with is seeing all these YouTubers that all they do is talk about super positive things. Then when you actually buy the product on those promises, you realize there's like one or two things that should have come up, and you probably wouldn't have purchased the product to begin with. Like me personally, back to the earlier DJI drone videos, had I known that the Mini 4 Pro and the Air 3, I understand there's big differences, but that they would have been exactly the same thing. And me as a brand new YouTuber getting to this world, I personally would have gone with the Mini 4 Pro. I love my Air 3. I'm just saying, had I had all the facts, I would have gone with the Mini 4 Pro instead of buying into the flood of propaganda and advertisement that came from these companies saying this is the greatest, this is the latest and the greatest, and then 2 or 3 months later, the Mini 4 Pro comes out and everybody purchased the Air 3, but the Mini 4 Pro is exactly the same thing with the obvious differences of the size and the 70mm camera. But feature-wise, tech-wise, kind of the same. And I stand by that second video. So Gerald, once again, thank you so much. And I'm going to go back to making my normal videos. We'll see you guys in the next one.